Ooh, welcome to Tennis Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 16th, 2026. I don't know what I was saying. But we're going to be talking about TNA because a lot of things happen on TNA. This is their premiere on AMC. Ladies and gentlemen, they have legends. They had Hollywood people that work on the AMC, like some TV shows. We saw Candice Michelle, former WWE Women's Champion. AJ Styles came out to welcome everybody to TNA, and he's happy that they're on the bigger network. Not like Access TV, because I couldn't watch that, so I couldn't get that channel. I don't know how you get the channel. I really don't. I don't know if it's a United States thing or what it is, but yeah. I'm happy. This is my first time watching anything on AMC because I watched The Walking Dead on Netflix because I didn't know about Walking Dead until my dad and my brother told me about this show. I should watch it. And I watched it on Netflix because they weren't doing new episodes on AMC. So I watched it on Netflix when it was on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a lot of things to talk about here. We got debuts. And we got Genesis matches got changed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to have a triple threat match for the X Division Championship. But problems with people's visas, Leon Slater won't make it to Genesis. So Santino has to use replacements. Cedric will still have his X Division Championship match, but that's in the future. But there will still be a triple threat match between Cedric Alexander and Moose and Joe Hendry now. He appeared. He didn't appear on TNA. He appeared on Cedric Alexander's phone. His theme song was going up on Mr. Cedric Alexander's phone. And ladies and gentlemen, because of visas, Danny Luna won't be getting a shot of the Knockouts World Championship against Li Yang Lee. So Lee is having an open challenge. So Santino was in the ring with Lee. And they had an open contract. And ladies and gentlemen, the person that accepted the match, Soruka and Rosario came out, and because they are in the number one contendership to the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships on Tuesday on NXT. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why they're there on TNA. And so Ruka said, Zarya, you deserve opportunity to this championship. So Zarya signed the contract and will be facing Lee for the championship at Genesis. So we have two NXT stars. We'll have a match on Genesis. So it doesn't look like the rumors that when this network thing happens, the partnership of NXT and TNA is over. No, it's not over because we still have a no contendership to the Knockouts tag titles. And we still have Genesis happening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like the system found a new member to replace JDC after his last match against Eddie Edwards at Genesis. So next week, they're going to announce who's the new guy. I have a bad feeling somebody's going to turn heel. And that's how the team breaks. That's what I think. I think somebody's going to turn heel. I hope this whole retirement thing with JDC is not a ruse to just attack them and he says, I'm not retiring. Because it will be kind of stupid because he has his retirement match at Genesis and then in a couple of days when it's TNA Impact, he attacks the system. He couldn't do that on Genesis. So yeah, it will be kind of stupid. Well, we found out who this Mr. Angelins guy is. It's not the guy that they chose. That big giant, the guy that they chose that is not a wrestler. They chose some other guy. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I don't know you ever work in WWE as a jobber or AEW as a jobber. I haven't seen this guy before. But he looks better than the guy that they chose. He has muscles and he looks like he can wrestle. Well, I don't know because he hasn't wrestled yet. So, yeah, that's all the segments happen. Oh yeah, now we're going to get to the debuts. The segments is not over. Let's get to the debuts. Santino came out and talk about all his tragic things happened to him with his daughter attacking him. And he says, I'm not all there. So he needs an assistant. And the management office told Santino who is going to be an assistant. He didn't like the idea in the first place, but when he heard of the name of that will be the assistant of Santino, he was excited. And he points out, and it was Daria Ray, a.k.a. Sonya Deville. She is a former general manager. Really bad at it, but she is a former general manager. She's a former tag team champion, and she made her debut. And she's going to be in the general manager role again. And she looked like she was being nice to Santino. And then she got angry with Santino. She turned heel right away. And she says that she's going to do a better job than Santino because Santino's this nice going guy. And she says, we don't need that, Santino. We don't need that. We need a person that will be angry and show no mercy. And that's what she said. And she told the fans, you know who I am, so when I'm talking, you shut up. And before she left, she said she hired a new knockout. It was Annalena Black. Almost said Blade. Black. A.K.A. Cora Jade. Oh, man, I'm happy that we get to see more of Cora Jade. Black. I can't even say her first name. Alina Black. I'm going to say how I say it. But I'm happy we get to see more of her, then she goes to AEW because she's going to be lost in the shuffle. I already told you guys the Rascals is going to AEW. They're going to be lost in the dang shuffle. And I'm happy that, because I think we could see a Black show up on NXT because of the partnership of NXT, because she was part of the Cross the Line thing, because when she was Cora Jade, she showed up in TNA. Right? So, maybe she could show up on NXT someday. Or if she's allowed. It's been months, almost a year that she got released. It's not like Wesley when he just got released. It's not like that. So I'm hoping that we get to see that, and maybe we get to see more of her on NXT. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm happy for Black. I'm happy for Sonya Deville. I'm happy for all of them because now they're on TNA. I get to see them more. They're not going to be lost in the shuffle. And it looks like Indy Hartwell has a problem with the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. I will tell you who is the new tag. I told you guys who won. But the first match of the evening, we got Elijah and the Hardys versus the Order 4. All three male superstars. Not Tasha Steelz, but she did get herself involved and got herself twisted painted. But the winner of that match was Elijah and the Hardys. But after that, Agent O attacked the Hardys. And then the Righteous comes out. Agent O runs away because Ali told him to run away. And then the Righteous was helping up the Hardys until they attacked the Hardys. And then you saw Vincent in the corner with Jeff Hardy. He grabs a chain and a lock. He put the lock around the chain. And then he puts the lock in the ear of Jeff Hardy. The gauge of where his ring is. He put it in his ear. And he locks the lock. So if Jeff Hardy tries to pull, his ear's gonna rip off. And then Dutch attack Matt Hardy, and then a swanton from Vincent on Matt Hardy as well. So Jeff Hardy had to watch his brother get beat up by the Righteous. So we have a tag team title match at Saturday night's Genesis. What's going to happen between those two teams? We have Heather and M versus Casey and Jesse for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of help for Heather and M from Ash, from this new Mr. England's guy, the personal concierge. There was so many helping, man. I didn't like this because there was so much helping. But the winner of that match and the new Knockouts World Tag Team Champions was Heather and M, winning the tag team titles because all the help. My God, why do they need to keep winning the tag titles? I'm hoping they lose to the NXT team, but I don't think they will because they just won the tag team titles. So I don't know if they're going to just lose them. Is Casey and Jesse, why is my pop just open? Is their contracts expiring? That's why they lost the titles. I got a hiccup. My pop made me do a hiccup. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a TNA World title, but interesting note here. We got Dixie Carter coming out. The former TNA president, if you don't know who she was, everybody hated her, and she had a problem with AJ Styles back then. And Bully Ray put her through a table. And then Dixie Carter was getting booed out of the building. She's from Texas, and they were in Dallas, Texas, but she was getting booed out of the building. And then Bully Ray comes out, and people are going nuts because they want to put her through a table again. But he hugged her out. He hugged her. And then he was going to be on commentary for the world title match. Frankie Kazarian got a talking to with AJ Styles. Well, AJ didn't say much words to Frankie. But he doesn't know this Frankie. He knows the Frankie that he was friends with, part of Fortune. He doesn't know this Frankie. And then he eyed the TNA World Championship. Does that mean AJ Styles want the world title? And then he had a little pep talk with Mike Santana, and he told Mike Santana beat his butt up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had Mike Santana versus Frankie Kazarian. Yes, there was only 3 matches, but Mike Santana versus Frankie Kazarian for the world title is a pretty decent match. A lot of craziness, but the winner of that match and your new TNA World Champion, Mike Santana. And I thought Mr. Nick Neville said he's going to cash in his trophy, but he didn't. And we got some matches that got made for Genesis. Well, one of them, a new one, Ryan Newman versus Mara Sade. I can't even say her name right. But they're going to be facing each other. Intergender match. So we're going to see that at Genesis on Saturday. I'm hoping I get to watch it. I hope my streaming box will actually let me watch it. I think it's on pay-per-view, I don't think it's a TNA Plus only, right? Genesis has always been a pay-per-view thing. I don't have TNA Plus. I'm not buying a subscription to watch only pay-per-views. I buy my other ways to do it. There's other streamers doing it. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I still didn't buy a belt yet. I guess I don't have a lot of comments. My friend that watched the video gave me her, I guess I could just tell you it's a her, because I don't know what else to call it. She told me what she thinks. She thinks I should buy the Smoking Skull belt. She thinks that was a cool belt. So, maybe I will get that one. I don't know. I need to see if I can find a cheaper one, but I will see what I can do. But right now, I didn't buy a belt. I'm not waiting for a belt. I wish I was. And then I could finally fill up this shelf, and I could figure out what I'm going to do with this purple belt. The purple belt, I think I have an idea, but it's going to cost me a little money. So it will be a while for me to get this thing done with the purple belt. So I will figure out what to do with the purple belt in the meantime. So yeah, that's my plan there. And then my whole shelf is done. If I want to buy more belts, I need to buy another shelf. You know how much those things cost? My goodness. Thank God I had it for a Christmas present. Imagine me buying it. I can't imagine. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a great Christmas present. I enjoy it. I understand. Oh, Tyler, it's just a display case. You can't really do much about it. I just like looking at my belts. They even shine in the dark. Like when I turn off the LED lights, they still shine up. I enjoy it because it's like a real wrestling. Wrestlers have these things, and they have their belts that they won, and they have their belts in these cases. Some of them have these shelves on the walls. But some people, I've seen some people, because they do YouTube, they have social media, and sometimes they show the belts, and they have those things. And that's pretty cool. I even seen YouTubers have them, too. So, it's a collectible thing. This shelf helps you collect things. You don't have to just collect championship belts. There's other, you could put, like, if you're a gamer, and you want to get old school games, gaming consoles, you can put them in there too. Like I have a couple of Xboxes here that I could put in there, but I'm not going to put my one that I play with in there. But if I'm a game collector, I could put it in there. I could put anything in there, but I put in my championship belts because I got so many of them. And I don't have a lot of room for it, so I had to get a shelf for it. And it gets so hot in here, and it ruins my leather. I never had anything that has real leather. So, yeah. But that's all me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, it's a little dark because the only light I have on is my LED lights from my shelf. That's the only light I have on right now. Now I got my Xbox on. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all me today. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown. It is going to be on early, I believe like 2 o'clock, I think, for Friday Night SmackDown because they're still going to be in UK. So that's going to be interesting to watch as well. I believe I think it's going to be live still. It's just going to be at 2 o'clock. But that's all me today. Time is out. Bye.